All right. Well, we're very excited. You've obviously heard of NFTs kind of taking over this space, metaverse being a popular term as well. So we want to learn a little bit more about it here on Winging It. We're inviting on at Omnisol on Twitter. It's a zero on the second O. You're an ambassador for exchange art. Tell us a little bit about that. And I guess let's start with, what are NFTs? Explain it to our audience in the most simplest terms you can.
Yeah, so I'm an artist ambassador for Exchange.art. They reached out to me because I've been a part of the community since August. I've been creating art on the Solana blockchain since around September. But they were like one of the first marketplaces to like reach out to me. And yeah, they pretty much onboarded me to their site. They taught me everything on how to mint an NFT on their website, specifically how to create a JSON file, like it's called a mint hash list, and how to create one of those. And NFTs are non-fungible tokens. So, for example, the best way I would describe it is, if you look at Bitcoin, there's, let's say, how many Bitcoin is there? There's like 40 million Bitcoins.
Right.
With NFTs, you're essentially putting this piece of art, so my profile picture, for example.
Sure.
It is a Solana monkey business.
Okay,
And
I was going to say, what's the title?
Yeah.
Right, that's
So
awesome.
there's a supply of 5,000. So essentially, if you compare it to like Bitcoin, there's like a supply. So SMB, there's a supply of 5,000 tokens, and these art pieces are on the blockchain. So there's like metadata backing like these pieces, and it's like a way of like proving that you own it.
Right.
Yeah.
Jack.
So it's like proof of ownership.
Yeah. So that kind of explained how you got with exchange, but I guess kind of like what's your kind of background? Like, were you into art? Like, how'd you kind of get started in NFTs? Were you like flipping them, or are you more just a creator?
Yeah, so I actually like got onto Solana by accident. So the story's pretty funny. Back in February, I was in and out of jobs because of COVID and all that.
Right.
Sure.
And I just got back into crypto, and I started off with Tezos. It's another blockchain. They also have a really huge NFT community. But essentially, I got on FTX. I'm sure you're well aware of that company now.
Of course.
They're really big crypto marketplace. Yeah, I was just looking at the crypto on there, and I saw Solana. The big reason why I bought it was just like the supply, but also the design of the logo just like really sucked me in. Yes. So I bought some. I just been like just like adding in to like my portfolio every now and then I started checking Twitter, like typing in $SOL. Got on the hype train of the Solana.
It's a whole new world out there.
Yeah,
once you add the $.
Yeah. Next thing you know, I see that SMB is on there. Like it's like the first NFT, like big profile picture NFT drop on the Solana blockchain. And like what really drew me to Solana is just like the low gas fees.
Right.
So for example, you have Ethereum. They have like really huge gas issues right now. If you want to send like anything off the Ethereum blockchain, it costs around like $100 to $300. Whilst Solana, it's like half a cent to send an NFT or send some crypto. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And so are like the margins, sorry, just one more. Are the margins like on Solana, like compared to like, how you see like CryptoPunks and those things on Ethereum, like going for crazy? Are there Solana pieces?
Yeah. So my profile picture, for example, the floor price right now is 150 SOL.
Which equals out to what?
That is $22,000 right now.
Damn.
And mind you, I got this back in August, and I bought this piece for 2 SOL. At the time, it was around $60.
Really?
Yeah. But back in November, the floor price of the SMB monkeys went up to 300 SOL. If I sold, I probably would have made like 60,000. But I've just been holding because I just really like the community, and I also get a lot of like alpha. So just people in this Discord, it's a whole community, and essentially everyone's just like giving like, advice on like the next big mint or one of one art, or just like trade advice. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I did have two other SMBs, two other NFTs just like this one, but I unfortunately sold like in around like September, and could have made like way more, but unfortunately I got out, but I still have this profile picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brennan's on mute. Sorry, we were throwing to him for a question. Here we go.
Oh, really?
My bad. But no. Yeah, I was going to ask a question. Finish your thought there if you're about to say something.
Oh, I was going to go back to just like art and like how I got into it too. I know I kind of went off track, but
yeah, go for it. Yeah, we'd love to hear
that. But yeah, so around the same time, I was on the Tezos NFT world back in February, whenever I started getting back into crypto, and then I kind of fell out of it. And then once I heard about like Solana, I was like, oh hey, I'll give it a shot again. And so I've been creating NFTs on the Solana blockchain. I'm in a few like artist communities and whatnot that have been like springing up, and I've also been like onboarding some of my friends that are artists as well. A few of my buddies that I went to college with actually, and they've actually been having some success selling some of their own NFTs. And yeah, I've just been diving deep into just this whole NFT community, and it's really it really has changed my life. Like I've been able to sell like one piece for 20 SOL back in November, which is around like $4,000. Yeah. So it's been really life changing. And just like the more I like dive into it, the more I just like want to create and help others, and try to get financial freedom as well.
Yeah.
Achieve that. Yeah.
Absolutely. And to kind of build off that, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't really have like another job. You focus all your time into this. At what point did you know that, you were successful enough and good enough at this to, solely support yourself through crypto and NFTs?
Yeah, totally. So it was actually back in August. I was again in between jobs. I just left my summer job because it was a seasonal position. I was working as a camp instructor for the outdoors, and ended up going to Whole Foods for 2 days, and then I made like 20 grand flipping some NFTs. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna quit.
Right.
Well, I like asked my girlfriend, I'm like, yeah, like, should I go to work tomorrow? I just made a bunch of money. She's like, do what you want to do. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going. I would say whenever I got a contract, so I made a tweet. I was like in all caps, I'm like, I need a job ASAP, because I mean, I made that 20 grand, but I still wanted to make some more money.
Yeah.
And then this project, a few of these kids from I believe it was Stanford, reached out to me. They just started a project, and they're like, hey, like, are you interested in doing some designs and some like community management and whatnot? And then I hopped on board. It's called Solians Secret Society. It's a profile picture NFT project that is also a DAO. So essentially what a DAO is, it's a decentralized autonomous organization. You could also compare it to like a corporate business. So like Walmart, for example. But essentially everyone that's a part of this DAO has a say in what goes on. So everyone's like a stakeholder essentially. I helped with some of their designs, and I led some of the art direction, as well as the community engagement and Discord moderation. And yeah, I got paid for that as well. And I think we reeled in a couple mil, I think, as a project total. Yeah. But I just did the whole design job. Yeah. But essentially all of that money went into purchasing metaverse ships. I know I'm like throwing a lot of these terms out.
Well, no, that's my question is first we're chatting with Omnisol, an ambassador for Exchange Art. You can follow him on Twitter, both there. You can find it as bio as well. As someone, mentioning the popularity, as someone directly involved in it, what do you see the world, especially in this sphere, looking like in 5 to 10 years?
Definitely. Well, as you can see in a lot of like commercials and whatnot, I think crypto is going to really explode in the next 5 years. Especially with like, crypto.com getting that one arena FTX.
Every single ad on sports right now is Matt Damon.
Yeah. Literally, Mike Tyson just got a Solana NFT today. That was some pretty big news. Steve Harvey actually owns one of the SMB monkeys. I think he owns a few. KSI, I don't know if you know KSI.
Sure.
He's like a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
He's in it as well. But
Smart
I think
people are in it, and if they're not in it yet, they're flocking to it.
Yeah, and I just see this as like a new, paradigm of just like evolution of just like technology, and I think it's gonna, push society forwards, especially when it comes to decentralization and just like more equality and whatnot. That's just how I see it in my viewpoint.
Yeah. My next question would be, for someone who has like little knowledge about crypto NFTs, where would you give advice on where to start? Like where's good resources to find good projects, stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. I guess it would just depend on like what you're trying to do specifically. If you're trying to get into NFTs, I would highly recommend Solana because of the low gas fees. There's virtually none. There's a good resource that's actually on Twitter. It's called Scared Crypto. I'm gonna find it really quick. It's at Scared Crypto on Twitter. But the website is called scaredcrypto.com, and it's a whole step-by-step on how to get started with NFTs, but also for like artists that are trying to learn how to set up a wallet, buying your first Solana coin, learning some of the crypto vocabulary, pretty much in and outs of, aping into a new project and like creating a burner wallet so you don't get rugged. There has been some issues in the blockchain with where like some people do end up getting scammed. So just like learning how to like not get scammed essentially. Right. And then also just like finding those communities online, specifically on Twitter and Discord.
Yeah. I'm trying to do it. So
yeah,
I like the advice.
Highly recommend.
Cool. Yeah. And, you kind of got in, so what most people would consider pretty early to the NFT game. And you've obviously been successful as a creator, and, let's say 5 or so years down the road, what does the future look like for you, or where would you like to be 5 years down the road within this space?
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to see myself just being like really independent and self-reliant and just like working for myself and not relying on some higher ups or a big corporation telling me like what I can't or can do, especially when it comes to just like creativity. I feel like having that full freedom of expression is really important to me. And that's all. It's just a really big thing within like the NFT community as well. I'm seeing a lot of like really big artists that usually would work in, in like the corporate world, not making enough, but like while working in the NFT community, they're able to like connect with other artists, connect with different organizations that are looking for people to just like design and whatnot, and like giving them that free creativity.
Is there anything we didn't ask that we should be asking? What does the audience need to know about NFTs, your art, etc., that we may have missed?
Yeah. All I gotta say is it's pretty easy to learn. Once you get the ropes down, then from there, it's just a whole different world. And then also on top of that, just like being on Twitter, for example, like when you're in the whole NFT realm, if you like miss a day, it literally feels like 3 months.
It's a community.
Yeah, it's a community.
What's Twitter's role going to have in the metaverse, do you think? Because I am, it's dominated our lives for decades now, but it's going to have to evolve, right?
Definitely. I think Twitter's actually been implementing a lot of different aspects for like all the crypto communities. I think you're able to like tip people Bitcoin now on Twitter, and they're also implementing a way for you to connect your crypto wallet that's, featured in your browser wallet or on your phone. And you can like prove that you own these profile pictures by, uploading your NFT onto your Twitter account, essentially.
And having like the serial number, essentially, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All the metadata in the blockchain. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That does it for me. Do you guys have more questions? Again, we're chatting with Omnisol. We appreciate the time and really intellectual stuff. And I think you provided it, pretty clarity wise. It's awesome stuff, and it's the future.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, y'all. Appreciate you reaching out.
I might be reaching out individually.
Yeah, of course.
Go ahead. I can help you
plug
out.
your stuff as well here.
Please.
I've got at Omnisol ambassador for Exchange Art, and go ahead and plug your Twitter for the people.
Yeah, so it's at OMNIS0L on Twitter.com.
Good stuff. Hey, we appreciate the time, and we look forward to learning more. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, I appreciate you all. You all have a good one.